Let's get start demo first. So this is same series of generic repository with unit of work with BAB API applications, and here I implement one patch endpoint. So this is very complex endpoint which is I show you. So let's get start first demo. Uh, what we can do, we just first trying to update, delete, remove, add, copy, anything. So those are operation we will do first. So first I will do update, partially update. So what I will update, I will update a product name column in this product table. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to do replace. And what will the replace the value, replace value with whatever you value you want. So just change to product name and then specify the ID. So let me get first ID, whatever ID we have. So as of now I just get 1 to 10. So now I have a many ID. So let me try with this two, a product ID 2. So go to that here, patch endpoint, specify that which ID you want to update. I want to update with 2 with whatever property. I want to update property name, property product name, which is we have right now is string. So that I will change to, I want to replace to this name. So let me execute. Once execute, I will get a 204. And what I can check now, again just get back that result and see now it got changed, right? Product name has changed, only just product name has changed, nothing has changed, right? The order item also not changed, that price also not changed, right? So that's a beauty of partial update or that patch endpoint. And now move it to another one which will show, like I want to update with the product name along with this whatever order date. So what we have a order, one order, and it's have, like for example, order date is 18/11. So that I will change. So how we can do that? It is very simple. Again, go to here, just specify to this and then change it to your body. Again you can just remove this is extra. So you can specify product name again, and I want to change this, and then also we specify replace. Then similar way, what I'm trying to do, I want to replace another object which is like in this product table have a order object, list of order, right? So this listed order, what I want to update, I want to update with this zero index or whatever index you want. So you can just specify, and I want to change to this to, like for example, 24 and 01, and just execute. Once I get 204, let me see what we have updated. So let me execute one more time that get endpoint, and let's see the data. So this is same data product 2, and now change the name as well we have changed the state. So that is the beauty of the patch endpoint. We can, whatever field you want to update, whatever that relationship entity also you want to update, add, delete, whatever things you want, we can do that. Okay, so let's get start implementation, how we can achieve these things. So before that, I especially recommend, please go to my channel and check out those generic repository with web API applications, which we have covered many things like generic repository, extendable generic repository, also generic pagination, as well as the automapper. So this is very important because we are trying to use here automapper. So let me open the Visual Studio and take that same example, whatever we have done. So same example is this web API application. First of all, what I need to do, I need to add one package. So what is that package? The name of that package is, right click, go to manage NuGet package and search for Microsoft MVC, Microsoft MVC .NET Net Newtonsoft. Okay, so this one, and whatever your latest one, so you can just use it. So it's already we have installed, so I don't do again. So but yeah, this package is required, so just try to install this one. Once it's done, another things you have to do, go to that program.cs file. You have to use one extension method. So what is that extension method? Go to program.cs file, add controller. It should be somewhere at controller. Yeah, this is one. So let me zoom in for you. So this also you have to just add the add Newton soft JSON extension. So you just specify this one, okay, which is I already covered because we have some other dependency for this extension. So I already use this one. So if it is first time it is creately newly, so you can just edit this one. Okay, now move it to next. What I need to do? I need to go my uh, product controller, and here let me create one that new endpoint which is called its patch endpoint. So how we can do that? It's very simple. Let me create that patch HTTP patch endpoint and just specify whatever ID you want. You just want that ID. So just make sure specify the ID, and then what you need to do, you just create that endpoint. So let me get it from here because I don't want to waste a time. So let me copy this. So like this way you can just create it public async and then patch endpoint and specify whatever attribute ID you are getting from this router. So now many important things over here. We have to specify one JSON patch endpoint object. So which is that? So now you have to specify this JSON patch document object. So which is coming, we just import that here, right? ASP.NET Core JSON, Newton short JSON, right? So which will get it from here. You just get it from this, and then there's a two way you can just use it. First is like only default you can use that, and then another one is you can pass your model as well. So whatever we model we want, I want our product request, which is this one. So what is this one? We have containing this one. We contain actually product ID, product name, and price, right? So we have to use this guy, and also I have to add something because there is a missing entity one. So that dependency entity also missing. So don't worry, I'll add that in this session as well. And also just add is to patch doc patch document or patch product. That would be a good for here. And now this is done, and last things what you have to do, you just mention which is this request where you need to get. I need to get from the form body, so you just specify over here form body. From body. So this is done. Now just start the body of this method, and then we have to do implementation over here. So I think there is extra. Just let me remove that. Let me remove that. Let me format it, and one more thing is record. Okay, now it's fine. Let me set it the new line. Okay, now our body is ready. Now we have to start the implementation. So what I need to do, first I need to call that repository where I can get our method, right? So before update, I want to I want to retrieve the data of that particular ID. So based on this ID, I want to retrieve the data. So in this case, I actually implement one method as well, which is returning to that product along with this order details. So if we have, let me check. If we have, that is fine. If it is not, if it is not there, then we have to create it. So what we have? We have product. Okay, we don't have. So what I can do? I just need to create that method, that repository method which we can retrieve the data. Okay, so let me create this method which is actually get product by product ID, which is returning to product details along with whatever orders it is associate. Okay, so it is very simple, just passing the ID based on this, just include that order entities and it is filtering and return back. And similar, what I need to do, I just create it to our signature as well inside this project here. That's it. So signature also is created. Now we are able to get from here in our controller. So go to your controller. Now what I will do, just need to get this one from here. Now it is just changed to your product repository, which is I injected over here. So let me see it is correctly injected or not. Okay, so this is not correctly injecting. So what I can do, I need to inject our product repository. So let me inject my product repository. For example, I product repository, and then because this is extension method, so I need to use like this way. And we can use also using that unit of work which is already implement. So but yeah, this is just simply patch endpoint, so I will use directly our repository. Both are pretty much similar names, so what we can do, we can just differentiate the name. So what I can do first, like we can just short as a product, just remove that a product and keep it as product 2 over here, as well as just here also we can change it to product. That is fine, and change it to here so that avoid the confusion. So use this product and change it to here, and you can get this method, and along with this entity also it will return the entity. Okay, and then what I need to do, I need to just check if it is null. So definitely it should be throw not found, because if it is based on this ID, if it is not found, so it should be returned over here. And then if it is there, so what I need to do, I need to map whatever we have request, that I have to map actually inside this product entity. So if you go to that product entity, so this is our entity, product entity. So it's have like, see, it will return three property along with this relationship entity. So whatever I will get from here, so that I need to retrieve from this whatever object I will get over here, right? So this object I need to map that entity. So how we can do that? It is a very simple way. Either you can just one by one mapping over here. That is a very tricky, but yeah, I in last session, previous session, I just covered the mapper, so that we can do very easily by using mapper. So let me map this, for example, like that. Simply I use mapper, which is I injected over here, and that mapper have a map method, and I can specify whatever request, whatever actually source, whatever actually destination. So this is our destination, so we can just create here as a product product request using this entity. So whatever entity we have over here, which is map, which is actually common for this entity, they will map to is our product entity, and it will create that product entity. It's very simple. So once it's done, what you can do, it's very simple. Now the further what you can do, it's very important part over here, you have to apply. Actually, see, there is a patch request, patch whatever document, patch document is returning over here as a body. So whatever actually passing, like for example, I pass two property over here, like product name and or price. So this two property will actually apply inside whatever I just create this entity, and this entity actually they will apply and replace the all the data. So this is actually to understand the concept. So for example, I just this is my entity DTO, right? So suppose I pass this name, go back over here, I pass over here, like for example, I pass from the UI, it is just change name. For the demonstration actually, for the understanding perspective, I'm just showing you. So I just pass is this request, name is product name, this is it is change, right? And then what I am trying to do, same object which it is contain the product name is change name, that I what I'm trying to do, this name I'm trying to apply in this object, which is which is this one. Okay, so how actually, so this is how actually working, like whatever, suppose first try to understand over here. Step one, what I'm trying to do, I get the entity, hold the our entity. So it is containing all the product name, price and entity, and this entity I'm mapping over here. And then this entity, again what I'm trying to do, like suppose this time whatever existing name is in this entity we have is, for example, we have this entity name right now, dot product name we have, like existing name, correct? And now what happened now, now we have the product name is existing name, but here we'll just apply is this product name will change this product name. So that will work this patch product apply method. So whatever patch product have a property, they will apply change to in this entity. So this is a beauty of this endpoint, the patch endpoint, helping with this JSON patch document. So I don't need to do manually anything, one by one. This is together they will whatever, if I pass 10 property, 20 property, automatically they will update in this our current entity. So this is done. Now what I can do again, this is optional actually, so model state. So that model state actually tell us like if it is validate whatever validations in this object, if it is fail, so it will tell us something is missing. So that is optional, you can use it or up to you, like you can just use like that as well. So apply method accept single one parameter as well, and along with this model state. So I'm using the API, so I will use, there is a no issue over here. And now finally what I can do now, everything is mapped over here, right? In this product request, everything is mapped. Now what I can do again, uh, again what I need to do, let me show you. Now I need to update, I need to call that update method, right? So for example, this is a repository, the product repository, and I want to update. And in this update method, what actually expect, see, the expect is product entity, right? So that product entity, where is this product entity, this is the product entity, but this product entity right now we have a existing data, we have not replaced any whatever the new data that is currently replaced in this here, like DTO itself, we have the data DTO itself. So now what I can do, again we have to map this DTO to our entity. So that is again very simple, which is we can do with the mapper. Let me show you how we can do very easily. So this is again this method map. Now we have to source and destination. So this is a product, this is our source, and which we want to apply our destination. So whatever data we have right now here, that automatically will be convert to our destination, which is one our entity, right? It is product. Now finally I can pass it to over here. If it is not clear, don't worry. I will debug and I will show you one by one how actually working over here. And finally, it should be return. That's it. Actually, this is a patch endpoint. It's a very complex endpoint. So first we have to understand like actually how actually behaving that patch endpoint. So that's why I am just going to details every line by line and every property like how is working. Okay, so let's see. Now it's done, and let me debug over here. Let me run and see. Now it's running, and go to that endpoint. So it should be a patch. So this is that patch endpoint. Click over here, try to get. So we don't know what ID is existing, right? So first what we can do, we can just try to get like whatever ID we have. Now we have a ID number 2, right? So in this 2 ID we have as of now product name as order, right? So this product name we have as a update with mapper, but I want to change something. So but it should not change only price, right? So that will update one by one. So first I will update product name. So how we can do that? It's very simple. Again, see, it is by default giving that path operation from value. So away actually that whole property we don't require. That three is working fine for us for now. uh, Path, operations and value. Okay, so path, what is that path? Where actually our path, our path is our that product name. So let me add that product name. Now this way path is our product name. So whatever path you can just specify with slash and then your property name. And then what you're trying to do, you want to trying to do to replace. So what I will do, I will just replace with this content with this name, right? Because previously we have data number 2, it have update with mapper. Now I will change it to something replace single property and execute. And it should go to our debugger point. Click that. Okay, it's a validations error. So yeah, we have to specify our ID as well. So just specify ID and then execute. Now your debugger pointing over here. Now you are able to see whatever you are sending the request. So what I send the request, I send this C, I send the path, which is the name this, value is this, and operation is this, and these two are optional. So we just actually just operation type whatever we have sent. So it's considered okay, it is a replace. So now this is ID 2. Based on this ID, what I'm trying to do, we are just trying to get whatever existing data. So now see, we have a data of price is 6002 and update with mapper, which is his existing name. Okay, now it is going to next step, and in here what I'm trying to do, I'm just changing whatever product request our DTO. So whatever our entity that I need to convert to our DTO. So let me change it over here. Then let's see. Now see, this is a product request DTO. Okay, and in this product request DTO, same whatever we have a get entity from the DP. So I just replace all the data from here. See, price is 6000, product ID is 2, and product name also is update with the mapper, which is old data. Okay, and now we have a old data as it is whatever we have entity. So we have store in here. Now what we'll do here, I just change it to product to whatever this patch and patch product which is contained over here. Suppose I have sent this name, a product name. So that product name will change to in this product request. Okay, so let's see, let execute. Once you execute, now mouse over here, you will see only name has changed, right? Other parts is remaining same, but name has changed. So this is the beauty of that, uh, patch product apply method, which is actually apply whatever you just send it to UI as a request body, it will change it only that part. So once it's done, now we have a DTO, right? So we have a DTO, and this DTO also it's valid. Then what I'm trying to do now again, because we have changed to over here. That's because we have to update. we have to call update with this entity, right? So see, this entity update with mapper is a old data, right? Product entity. But what I will do over here again, our DTO to change to in this entity, so that whatever DTO we have, DTO has a replace single property, and the entity we have a update mapper, so that replace single property will change in here with this update mapper, right? So let me execute. Once you execute it's mapped, then let's see what we have now. Now see, replace single property, which is now for both is common, because this is we have been changed to in product entity. And finally I will just execute and execute. Let me see the result. It is a 204. That means it's a perfectly fine. Now execute again this. See, this is the old data. Now if I execute, it should be changed. So let me execute. Now it's got change, right? So this is a way we can use many things over here. Like uh, for example there's a many things also do, like the child property. For example, if I go to product request, so here only just three property, right, for this product related property, but there is not, there is a missing that order related property. So that what we can do, we can just create it that order related property as a order model, and then we can specify here, and then also we can change the order property as well. And before that I will show you one more things. If you want to change something which is not exist, for example product name, right? Product name is not exist. So if you pass it to this, if you execute, then if you go to here and map and then apply, definitely it will say it's false, because that project is not, that whatever you send that is not available, so it will not valid and it will returning. So that target location is specified, product name was not found. See, it is clearly saying, right? So this is a beauty. And now let move it to next step. So update that product with entity as well. So if you go to here, so I need to add entity data over here. So how we can do that? It's very simple. Again, go to that product entity, and here I need to call, I need to specify that entity over here. As of now, we don't have this order request, so that also need to create it. Let me create that order request inside our solution. Let me stop that solution first. And here inside this model view, just add a new class that will contain your order entity, order request as well. We can specify order request and pass it to order date, which is contained in our order table. So let me save it and go back to your controller. Now if you go to product request, now we have product along with orders list, right? Similar way we have for example in this product, we have this product along with orders, right? So if I make it common, so we can easily pass it to from that request body. Okay, now let me run and show you like how we can update that product along with the order entities data. So now it's running. Go to your get details, try get, try out. Now see, now order we have nothing, right? So that means we don't have any order related to product. If somewhere have, yeah, there is a nothing. So what I will do, first I will add sub order data using this product, right? So how we can do that? It's very simple. Again, uh, go to here to specify to, because I want to update this entity to, and here I need to add. So how we can add? So add is very common entity, so you can just change it to here. Like for example, see operation, what I am trying to do, I want to add, right? So you have to specify for first like add operation, and path is what would be our path. My path would be is orders, right? So because this is our entity, if you go back to our solution, so here, see, this is a product name, product ID, and as well as orders, right? So similar way you have to specify over here orders. Where is order? And if you want to add anywhere in this list, in this entity, so you can just specify that hyphen. Or if you want to specify, or if you want to add, some index as well, like for example, I want to add, 0 index, or I want to add 3 index, so you can add similar way as well. But as of now we don't have data, so you can just, what you can do, just specify we don't have a data, and then orders, and it will add. For example, I want to add 01, 01, and 24, and let execute, and let me see, execute. Now we get the data here. Count is nothing as of now, and yeah, it is there. Data with, yeah, we have a data, but the data is order date is 11/23, but we have changed 1/1/24, right? That should be changed. So once I map over here, see one problem over here, like mapping issue. Okay, so that also you need to taking care that mapping issue, because see, as of now we have trying to map this entity to over here, right? Product request. But product request, I just newly add this order request, right? So that I have to map it as well. So if you don't know about that mapping part, so please watch my previous session. You will get the idea how we can use that mapper. So I just create about mapper file over here. If you go to here, yes, my mapping profile, here I need to specify that mapping object. Previously, see, we have just mapped with product request to product, but now we have add new order request, right? So that also we have to map. So how we can map? Let me create that create map, and then specify to order, and order map to order request. So once you've done this mapping, what you need to do, just stop application and run again. So let me run and open the Swagger again, and go to your patch endpoint, try get, specify that ID, and also specify that operation add orders, and also just need to change the order. I want to change the order ID, order date, for example 24, and then execute, and go to here, and just check it. Is it now? Okay, now see, now this time it's mapped properly, and along with this data, and data is old one is this. Now I will apply. Once I apply, it should be changed. So now it's got change. Now it's saying add. See, so it is data already exists, so I'm just trying to add one more data in this order table, so just trying to add. And if you go to over here, execute, continue, if you execute this one, okay, so this endpoint actually not returning over here data. There's some issue, but yeah, we can show you in our SQL server as well how is the returning data. Like for example, it is a get by, get all, but it is not including actually that the data. Okay, so let me open SQL server and verify the data is got updated or not. Now open my database. My database would be this one. and let me start from product, and for example execute this guy. So now we have product this one, and along with the order select star from orders, and now let me execute for together. Now see, it is 2. So 2 has our 2 data, right? So which is just we have created this one. Let me zoom in for you. So this 2, see, relation is 2, product ID is 2, so that is refer this child order, and just we have to add this guy. Okay, and if you want to update this one, so that also we can update it as well. So let me update again. Go to here and go to here, and if you want to replace, for example I want to replace index 1, right? So this is a index 1, index 0, and this is index 2. So I want to replace this guy index 0. So how we can do that? It's very simple. Again, just change it to add to replace, and order specify which one you want to replace. I want to replace 0, this one, and just change it to 2 and 2, and just execute. Remove the debugger point, continue. Now execute perfectly. Now run again. Now it's got change. Let me zoom in for you. See, it is got change with this new date, right? So this is the way we can do it. And now what I can do further, like we have covered add, replace, right? And also we want to remove, so we can remove as well. So how we can remove? Suppose for example I want to remove this data, like for example I want to remove the child entity which is index of 0, uh, 1, right? Because 0, this is 0, and this is 1. So second one you want to remove, right? So it's very simple. What you can do, you can go back over here, just change it to this, like operation you want to remove, just change it to remove, and which order and index you want to remove. I want to remove the second one, so you are specify 1, and then execute. It's got deleted as well. So now if it is zoom in, so see, it is only 1 is remaining, right? And also there's a flexibility, we can just move it as well. Okay, so for example we have only one data. Suppose for example I just add now let me add one or two data in this entity, then we can move it. So if you go here, let me order add, for example this 2, I want to add 0 2 0 2 and 24. Just add one. It is not only just you can add only one, right? You can just add many in together as well. Like for example just copy and go here and just add again another one which is containing 3 3, and let me execute. Once you execute, and let me see the data, execute, you will able to see over here 3 data, right? Which is just we add 2 more, right? See, 2 2 3. And now what I will do, I want to move actually this last data to move it to the first index on this child entity. So this one should move it to here. Like see, the ID is 1011. It should be move it to 1009. Okay, so how we can do that? That also is a flexibility that patch endpoint give us to here move. So let me move this one. Go to here and change to your request body to move, right? So what you can do, operation is move, and from order is 3, 0 1 2, no, it's 2 actually. So 2, I want to, from 2 I want to move it to 0, right? So let me, from 2 to 0, so let me execute and see. It is perfectly fine, and then execute. Now see, now it's got change. It is changed, right? So this is, it was last in this. Let me zoom in. So this was last, but here see, the id id should not change actually. It's happened actually, it is removing and then add new one, and that add actually over here, and then rest of things just sequentially again. Okay, so this is a beauty actually. So that is done for this patch endpoint, which I covered everything like add, remove, replace, move, everything. Okay, and that's it for session. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.